Yo, what is going on, everyone? It is GentooMan here, also known as Rainy, and today's story time is just a testament to how fucking wild high school it can be. Now, nobody comes to these videos for intros, so I'm just going to say fuck the intro, and we're just going to hop right into it. This story time takes place when I was in the 10th grade, so where I live, that was my first year of, proper high school. And at the time, I was at a school with the same school that my brother went to. And my brother was 2 years ahead of me. So my brother was in, his final year of high school. He was going to graduate soon. So, the day began like any other day would. I woke up, unfortunately, and I got ready. And I went to school, I got dressed in my black hoodie and probably mostly black clothes, got in the car with my brother, and he drove me to school. I would always get there a little early, so I'd kind of just sit in the cafeteria with my brother and usually his friends. So I didn't have a ton of, close friends of my own at the time. I mean, I did, but I didn't. It was complicated. I can maybe discuss that in a different video. So this morning, we got there early, and I was just kind of sitting in the cafeteria with my brother, and this girl, who I think was my brother's friend, she came up and she sat with us. She got breakfast from the cafeteria, and she just kind of was sitting with us. And I was being my usual, moody and dissociative self, so I sat there just scrolling through my phone, not really paying a lot of attention. But she and my brother started talking about a senior prank, and I didn't hear a lot of the conversation because I didn't talk about it a lot, but they're talking about a senior prank. The only thing I did catch was that they were planning to do it sooner rather than later. Now, this was probably only about halfway through the year, but we had gotten to the point where the rumblings of the good old beer virus was coming. So we thought we might get, booted out of school sometime soon. So my brother and the rest of his graduating class probably wanted to do their senior prank before they got booted out of school. But again, that's all I really caught of that conversation. I was just kind of doing my own thing. And then before I knew it, the bell rang. I said goodbye to my brother and I went off to my class. My morning was pretty normal. I had my history class, my social studies class, my math class, all that fun shit. And then I had my lunch after. I ate lunch with a certain person who I'm not going to talk about. And then after lunch, I had gym class. Now, on this particular day, I wasn't, but I also kind of was looking forward to gym class because on this day, we were starting a swimming unit. Because at the high school I was at the time, there was a pool, in the school, a full-on swimming pool. It had, a slide and a diving board and everything. It was dope. That swimming pool is actually partially responsible for the nickname of Rainy, so that's nice. But it was the first day that we were going to be going into this pool for a swimming unit in gym class. So once the lunch bell rang, I went to the gym, and I got changed into a swimsuit, which was fucking weird for being at school. And it was just sort of an odd experience overall. I and the rest of the guys in my class were all 15-year-old boys who are 15-year-old boys. And I'm not entirely sure what the regulations are or were at the time. But some of the girls in my gym class, they came to this swimming unit in swimsuits that were probably not super appropriate for school. But I mean, whatever. Who am I to judge? Wear what you want to wear. That I've always believed that, so that's on you. But, the guys in my class were making it very obvious that they liked what they saw, and I can imagine it probably made some of the girls uncomfortable. So we walked out from the gym to the pool, and we stepped out onto the pool deck, and we were all just kind of walking. We had to go put, towels in lockers in, the pool locker rooms. There's a lot of locker rooms in this school. And this is embarrassing as fuck, but as we were walking across the pool deck, I slipped and absolutely ate shit in front of my entire class, dude. It was fucking awful. Looking back on it, it's kind of funny, but at the time, it was awful. Yeah, post that, we all put our towels away. We kind of got in the pool, and I don't really know why this was a unit in gym class, because, we were kind of just playing games. I mean, at least for this first day, what my teacher had us do, she had these, floating things. You could fit two people on them, and, everyone got into pairs, and we kind of just be on these boats, and you try and throw a ball at people and knock each other off the boats. And that was my gym class. So she told everyone to get into pairs, like I said, and a lot of my friends or people I was friendly with in this class were absent on this day. So there's this girl in the class that I was kind of friends with. We're going to call her Grace. Now, Grace and I weren't super close, but Grace was also in my math class, and we'd talk here and there. And we weren't really close friends, but we knew each other, and we were sort of friends. So neither of us really had our other friends there that day. So she kind of came up to me and she's like, hey, like, you wanna be partners? I'm like, yeah, sure, that sounds fun. Now, I'm just going to make a little note for you guys. Grace was one of those girls who was wearing a swimsuit that might not have been super school appropriate. The only reason I bring that up is because it led to a lot of attention being on Grace. So when we got on this boat and we started playing this game, a lot of the balls being thrown were being thrown at us because a lot of attention in the class was on Grace. And, we put up a good fight. We stayed on that boat for longer than I thought. But eventually, we did get knocked off. Grace got knocked off first. She got hit in the face by a ball and just kind of like flew off the boat. And the boat kind of lost its weight, so I flew off after that. But we did put up a good fight. And, it wasn't like the biggest pool in the world, so we did have to spread out like across the pool. And Grace and I were more in like the deeper end of the pool. And we were supposed to just stay put once we got knocked off our boats. So we're just kind of, just sitting there, and I'm like doing my thing, just watching everyone. And sooner or later, Grace turns over to me, and she has kind of like a sour look on her face. She's like, dude, what the fuck? And I'm like, what? She's like, you just pinched my ass. Why'd you do that? And I'm like, what? What are you talking about? She's like, I felt a pinch on my ass. I'm like, I didn't touch you, I promise. She's like, then what the hell was that? And she's like, she starts getting mad. I'm like, fair enough. Like, getting pinched on the ass sucks. I wouldn't like that either. And she's like, seriously, like, what's your problem? Like, I didn't do anything. I didn't touch you. I promise. She's like, then what could that have been? I'm like, I don't know. And I start looking around. She starts looking around with me. And we see something on the water behind us. And I shit you not, you guys, it's a fucking crab. Like, just not even like a small crab, like just a regular size crab, just a whole ass crab just chilling in this pool. And so we just kind of look at each other, and then we start moving towards like the side of the pool, and Grace gets the attention of our teacher, and she's like, what are you guys doing? She's like, there's a crab in the pool. And the teacher's like, what? And Grace's like, yeah, like there's a crab. And the teacher's like, why would there be a crab? Like, that doesn't even make sense. She's like, I don't know, but there's a crab. So the teacher walks over, and she sees not one crab, but there's actually multiple crabs. And at this point, like, this is a bold claim, so the entire class is coming over to see what's going on. And there's, like, probably 10 to 15 crabs in this pool and, like, on the pool deck. Like, I don't know how we didn't notice them. I don't know where they came from. But there was just fucking crabs in the pool. So naturally, the teacher's like, okay, everyone get out of the pool. Everyone go shower. So she sends us all to the locker rooms. We all shower. And then we kind of just sit in the gym after that for the rest of our class. I mean, it wasn't too much longer. It was like probably like 30, 20 minutes, something like that. And before long, there's like an announcement on the loudspeaker. And they're talking about like, whoever is responsible for placing crabs in the school, please like come clean about it. I don't remember exactly what the fuck they said, but it was pretty funny, but it was just weird. Like, why is there crabs in a school? So the crabs remain a mystery by the time my gym class ends. I go to science class, which is my last class of the day, and then I go home. And, like, the entire day, this mystery of the crabs is on my mind, and everyone else is, like, talking about it. And I get home, and I'm having dinner with my family, and I didn't even bring it up yet. Like, I thought about talking about it, but I haven't even gotten to it yet. When my brother comes to the dinner table, and he shows my family this video. He's like, hey, I have this funny video from school today. You guys want to see? And we're like, yeah, sure. So he opens up his Snapchat and, like, his saved snaps, and he shows us this video of crabs in the fucking toilets at the school. Now, I didn't go to the bathroom for the rest of the day, so I never found that. But there was crabs in the bathrooms as well. And my brother said that a lot of people he knew, that was their big idea. That was their big prank. These motherfuckers actually went to like the local grocery store where they have like live crabs and lobsters and just bought a fuck ton of crabs and put them in the school. And it was really funny too, because I'm pretty sure it was a Friday that this happened. And, like, over the weekend, the school had to, like, call in, like, the wildlife preservation or whatever the fuck to come pick up all these fucking crabs that have just infested the school at this point. So, yeah, that's the story of how crabs invaded my high school. So, that's neat. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Moral of the story is, I don't know, don't put crabs in a pool because then it's a whole thing and you might get accused of pinching someone's ass. I don't know. Just don't fuck with crabs, guys. Anyways, that's going to do it for this story time. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave a like if you did. Subscribe if you're new. You all know the drill at this point. At least I hope you do. Thank you all so much for watching. I love you all, and I'll catch you in the next one. Later.